Hey, welcome everybody. Come on in. Today is a great day because today I'm going to kick off a 100 ounce stacking challenge. And I'm going to detail every last step of it here on the channel. And I'm going to do so by buying about 6 to 7 ounces of 1 ounce silver coins every 2 weeks, or really just twice per month. All right. And we're going to fill up these 5 empty tubes. We're going to fill each one up that holds 20 silver coins for that 100 ounces of silver. For this particular series, we're going to be stacking American Silver Eagles, Canadian Silver Maple Leafs, British Silver Britannias, South African Silver Krugerrands, and the Australian Silver Kangaroos, some of the most recognized and common silver bullion options available today for silver stackers. Okay, so I'm excited to bring you this series, and I do expect it to run right around 40 weeks to put those final few coins, those few ounces of silver away in these empty tubes here. Okay, so stacking 12 to 14 ounces of silver per month isn't exactly cheap, especially with premiums being higher and the cost of everything being what it is due to inflation. So the quantity that I am pursuing it's based around my own expendable budget. All right, so please do not overstack or put yourself in a position where you buy too much silver and then you have to sell some of it too soon, too early, and then realize that loss in premium that you paid, because typically when you're selling in a short time span from when you bought, you're paying a higher premium than you're going to get in return. So you will see a slight loss there. So remember, this is a long-term approach. All right, always stack within your budget and stick to it, and watch your stack grow by doing that, right? You create a budget, stick to a pattern of picking up silver or gold, and you will see it grow over time and build your own bang. All right, so my favorite option to stack silver is with the 1 ounce silver coins. Now, it's not always the cheapest way, as generic silver rounds from private mints, they do carry a lower premium over spot and offer a more affordable method of stacking the same weight in silver. Really, it's just a lower priced option. You could buy 1 troy ounce silver rounds or 1 troy ounce silver coins, and you will pay that slightly higher premium to a much higher premium for the coin options. Okay, so the upside, however, to stacking silver coins over silver rounds for me is that I just flat out like them more. Okay, I generally just prefer buying coins from nation states such as the United States Silver Eagle, the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf, and the British Silver Britannia. Probably my favorite three right there. And these coins are widely recognized. You're not going to run into a situation where you go into a coin shop, a jewelry shop, pawn shop, any shop really, or having to give too much detail or description if you wanted to sell these in an online setting like on eBay, which I don't really recommend because of the fees, but you get what I mean. People know what they are. So that is a huge advantage. They also come with different security features that are often lacking in silver rounds from private mints, and that does give an added sense of assurance that the coin is indeed silver. After all, you don't want to be buying fakes. Okay, so whatever your reasons, if it works for you, then it's right. It's the right choice. So if you want to stick to stacking rounds, go on ahead. This is really just 100 ounce challenge for myself here, and I'm going to document it all on YouTube, show you how I'm doing it. And it's your choice on what you do with your cash and your silver. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here by documenting this whole process. In order to do that, we're going to go to APMEX.com, where I'm going to create an account, and I'm going to do that. I do purchase from APMEX. These coins are actually all going to be coming from APMEX. APMEX is sponsoring this series, so we definitely appreciate that. But also because I want to show you how to track your purchases, and you can also track your pre-existing stack, your coins, your bars, especially the common stuff, through their online website. And, I'm going to be showing you that here throughout this 40-week series. So let's go ahead and go back over to APMEX.com. And from here you can create an account up in the right-hand corner, and that will take you where you need to fill in your name, email, and some additional information, shipping address, and stuff like that. Now, once you're logged in, back again, over to the top right, you can click on account, and from there, just scroll down, ever so slightly to the precious metals portfolio tool. That is what I want to show you here. Now, sometimes a disclaimer will pop up and remind you that the value of your purchases is once more the retail value, current retail value, or price that APMEX is selling or would sell your items for, and not what you will likely receive selling your items to a coin shop You know, they generally don't offer high premiums over spot to purchase back silver. You get cash same day, right? But you're going to get a little bit less premium from local coin shops, jewelry dealers, and definitely from pawn shops than you will. You don't have to purchase these particular items online. That's why we want to hold them long term, again, and see their price appreciate. And that way, when we do actually need to sell, if at all, but if you do decide to sell, then you're going to realize that gain. Okay, you've protected your wealth and built wealth with your stack of silver or gold. Okay, so that disclaimer will pop up and remind you that. However, APMEX does not, actually they do, apologize, they do keep track of the price that you paid and the current going price to show your gains or losses and what metals you are holding, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and in what quantities. Okay, I created this account at APMEX for this series to show you what it looks like. And with this account, I have only purchased silver that you see here in this series, or from some of those purchases showing up are in videos that I haven't yet filmed. You'll see those coming up. You'll notice the quantity, the total ounces, the acquisition cost, and the current value. And yes, you can add your pre-existing assets to this tool as well, which I'll demonstrate for you now. You simply choose where you made the purchase, the type of metal that you want to log here, and begin typing the year. And, just go ahead and enter in that 1 ounce for your 1 ounce coins and your quantity. And if you, you do have to kind of remember what you paid for it, okay? So there you go. That's the way to go ahead and track it. You can see the purchases that I've made here already for this series. And like I mentioned, a couple of other purchases in some upcoming videos. So let's go ahead and get started now by opening up some silver coins and showing these coins. All right, let's go ahead and get started here with the silver kangaroos, which also happen to be about the cheapest of the options that we're going to show you here in this series. Okay, the silver kangaroos are the coin of Australia. These are the 2022 1 ounce silver kangaroos in brilliant uncirculated or BU condition. That's what we want here for stacking silver. At least that's what I want. I want some nice, shiny BU silver coins. And that's what we're going to stick with here for this 100 ounces that we're going to go ahead and put in the stack. So you just rip it out of the package. Sometimes they come in flips and other times they don't. But let's take a look at the kangaroo here. This is a 4/9 fine silver coin. So this is pure silver. It doesn't get any better than that. Really nice. See the radial lines there? That's a security feature of this particular coin. All right, you want to obviously do what you can to avoid those counterfeits and fakes out there. You want to make sure you're buying genuine gold, silver, platinum, palladium. You don't want to be buying the fakes, okay? And that's another important reason to only shop at reputable places such as APMEX. That's going to be the world's largest precious metals dealer, okay? They've got an incredible selection, so you're going to get good stuff from them, all right? And also local coin shops, and there's plenty of other dealers out there to consider, but just make sure that you're buying from reputable coin shops. That's the key thing, whether online or in person. No fly-by-nights. Be careful at pawn shops. Also be careful purchasing online. I've never really had a problem purchasing. When I say online, I mean like through eBay or something like that. Really just Craigslist, eBay. You got to be kind of careful. I haven't had any issues, to be honest with you, in my my individual purchases that way, but that's not my preferred method for buying. Okay, sometimes you can get some okay deals on eBay, but I prefer to stick with the dealers that I've been doing business with for years now and have had many. Let's get a good zoom here. I don't know what's going on. Freaking out on me. There we go. Many successful transactions. Okay. All right. So, and when someone takes good care of you, you tend to go back to them. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on now. And we are going to get to our loan. We only have one this week of the 2022 Great Britain 1 ounce silver Britannias. Okay, these are in stock right now. And you can see this one did come in the baggie as well as the flips. Let's go ahead and bust it out. So the Britannia, all right, this is going to be the 2022. So last year for Queen Elizabeth. All right, we're going to have King Charles on the front of the 2023s. And those, I don't know if they're going to be delayed or maybe we will see the Queen for a while or maybe they'll change it over. I don't know what they're going to do exactly, but she unfortunately, as you know, passed away. And so her son, Charles, is now king. But here she is, Queen Elizabeth II. She lived a very long life. And these are very good looking silver coins, okay? For investment grade, we're talking just, standard bullion here, nothing collectible. These are not limited mintage. They make a lot of these, just like all the other coins I'm showing you today. But for a coin that is mass produced, they sure are pretty. And they've got great security features as well. So I'm looking forward to stacking another 20 of these silver Britannias. Probably the best looking coin of the bunch. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get to the 2022 Canada 1 ounce silver Maple Leafs in BU condition. All right, Maple Leafs, that's our neighbor to the north here in the United States. Maple Leafs come at a much lower premium than American Silver Eagles, and they're widely recognized here, obviously with Canada bordering the U.S. So this is really probably the go-to alternative. But really in today's market, with premiums being what they are, if you're just going to stack one coin and you live in the United States, right, just one, and you're going to stick to bars or generic with all of your other purchases, then this is the one probably, because you're paying about $5 or $6 less per silver coin, same weight in silver, but you're getting it in this beautiful coin with security features and widely recognized. And you will get a higher premium when selling these than you will with generic silver rounds. Okay, so beautiful. Look at the lines there. You can see the maple leaf itself. Very nice. All right, Canada did a great job. And those 2018 and newer silver maple leafs have that mint shield technology, which prevents the milk spotting that we see on kangaroos, some American Silver Eagles, and the South African Krugerrands. Speaking of American Silver Eagles, we did get one American Silver Eagle. I was really kind of hesitant to stack a tube of Silver Eagles in this series, but thanks to APMEX for sponsoring this, I am actually able to get my silver just a little bit cheaper than I would otherwise, which made the American Silver Eagle affordable. And I wanted to show the options in this series, that are available out there. Now, the American Silver Eagle is the most common silver bullion coin in the world. There's a bunch of these out there. They do vary in mintage numbers year by year. Some years, of course, have fewer coins available, and therefore they are a little bit collectible. And it's really only collectible due to the fact that there's so many collectors and stackers of American Silver Eagles out there. There's a lot of these coins. They're not low mintage unless it's, a special release from the mint. And it is an updated design from 2021. Okay, so in 1986, the coin came out and the design did update midway through 2021. So now you've got the Type 2 American Silver Eagle. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to, we still have one more maple leaf. Let's get to the South African Krugerrand. So South African Krugerrand, along with the kangaroo, okay, it's going to be typically the cheaper option. There's also the Austrian Philharmonic, which I don't have and won't be stacking as part of this series. And that's just because I wanted to keep it to 5. And I personally like the selections that I made more. Okay, I like the Philharmonic a little less than the coins I selected for this series. So here we go with the South African Krugerrand, 3/9 fine silver coin, very much like the American Silver Eagle. And there you have Paul Kruger, and the rand is the denominator. It's the fiat currency, okay, of South Africa. So like we say $1, they say 1 rand. So the Krugerrand, there you go, 2022 fine silver, 1 ounce fine silver. And these are pretty nice. I like them for their basic and classic design. The 1960s gold Krugerrands were some of the first investment grade, if not the first investment grade bullion coins on the market. Long before the Maple Leaf and the actually Gold Eagle came around 1986. Maple Leaf came before that. But they were really the first in the game. South Africa. You can actually hear Robert Kiyosaki talk about smuggling gold Krugerrands when he was a pilot, buying them in foreign countries and bringing them back to the United States. So he talks about that. So there you go. We have one more of these. We'll go ahead and bust this one out. We'll bust out that last Maple Leaf, and then we'll close out today's video, and it's getting a little longer. It does take a minute to get these coins out of the package, but I do want to show you this unedited, right? When I make most of these videos, I tend to make them unedited as far as I don't take anything out, and show you as I'm opening the coins. So there you go, Paul Kruger again, another Krugerrand. So we've got 2 of these Krugerrands and a few of the Maple Leafs, as well as a little bit more in the Kangaroos, one of those Eagles. Let's go ahead and grab this last Maple Leaf out, and we'll mix it up, okay? So we did a few more of the Australian Kangaroos in this order, so we'll go ahead and do probably more Maple Leafs or something in the next order, which we will have in 2 weeks, okay? In 2 weeks' time, we will have another order of silver. We're going to go ahead and do this for 40 weeks, every 2 weeks, probably about the 1st and the 15th-ish, first week and third week of the month. We'll be stacking some silver here as part of this series and get another 100 ounces, put away in the stack. Obviously, if you can follow along, that's terrific, but no pressure, or just buy less or buy less frequently. Maybe you do it once per month. Maybe you just stick to one of these coins. Keep it in mind that American Silver Eagle premiums are pretty high. Now, Maple Leafs are getting up there. Britannias are creeping up a little higher. And you can still get the Kangaroos and the South African Krugerrands at a pretty decent price. So these tubes, you can actually see the video description section. I have links to where you can purchase, tubes to hold your silver. And if you have any questions on where to find any tubes for your silver or capsules or whatever, just go ahead and leave that down in the comments section, and I can, I'll do my best to help you out. Okay, so there's different tube sizes for the different coins. The Krugerrands and the Britannias, they fit in the same size tubes. However, the Maple Leafs are a little different. They're not quite as wide, a little more thick. So you do have to find tubes. And typically Maple Leafs, as well as Britannias and Krugerrands, come in tubes of 25. But I went ahead with the tubes that hold 20 for this because, I wanted to do 5 coins. So let's go ahead and get the Kangaroo one open. And they just go right down in there and with just very minimal jiggles. So we've got 4 of these Kangaroos to get started. Not bad, right? 4 Kangaroos. And so only 16 of these to go over the next 40 weeks roundabout. So let's go ahead and find what I do with the, there it is, 2022 South African Krugerrand. So if you're still here and following, once more, thank you again. Please check out the links in the video description section on where you can purchase silver, where you can purchase gold, platinum, palladium, and all your storage needs can be met there as well. And thank you for tuning in. I will be back soon with some additional stacking videos. Outside of this series, we'll talk about the market. We'll talk about gold. We're going to delve into all kinds of different things. So please consider subscribing if you have not already. And yeah, it's going to wrap it up. So until next time.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.